If you can measure something, you can improve it. And so the Center for Houston's Future every year measures an indicator for our 8-county region.
In the chapter talking about the link between education and health, there's this really interesting chart that I was actually hoping Dr. Franzini might start us off by explaining exactly what this chart is.
It's saying that social and community networks and general socioeconomic, cultural, and environmental conditions are big determinants of health.
One of the things that we see in our business serving the Medicaid population is that over 50% of the births in the state of Texas are to low-income folks.
There is that red chart that talks about the intergenerational impact of education. And we've known since the early days of the research in the United States that the most important indicator to predict a child's health when they were born is the mother's education.
I believe the statistics say that a child from a family in poverty hears 8 million words less in 1 year's time than a child from a family that is affluent. 90% of brain development happens by age 4. And if a child starts first grade behind and not on a first grade reading level, that they're unlikely to ever catch up.
Up until 3rd grade, you're learning to read, but after 3rd grade, you're reading to learn.
We need to track all the way through, or they won't be ready for college. They won't be ready to read refrigeration manuals. They won't be ready for anything after high school.
I dropped out in 10th grade just because I was lazy. I mean, in the time that I didn't go to school, I wasn't going anywhere with my life. You know, it wasn't moving.
Every student is unique. The key is finding where they are and giving them the supports, the encouragement, and the opportunities to take the next step, and then the next step, and the next step.
I needed a better life and, maybe more money. So I decided to come back and, search for a higher degree.
In the 10-county Houston region, if we increase the number of degrees by 1%, that translates into an additional $4.2 billion.
A lot of the employers in Houston are very worried about the workforce of the future, and is the education system developing kids with the right skill sets?
There are not enough engineers, not enough students who are interested in math, science, and technology.
We run a warehouse operation. We have a very large warehouse operation up off of the North Beltway. It's probably got 600 people in it. I struggle to find mechanics, electrical and plumbing folks, people who can work on truck engines.
For Shell, the last count was about 800 jobs that we were trying to fill. 500 of those are in our upstream business. For the industry overall, my guess is that it's probably a couple thousand when you add together all of the energy companies that are even in the city alone. And we're all going after the same type of talent.
Yeah, when I look at the indicators report, I see a couple things. One, it reminds me of the urgency of the challenge. We need to be working on this hard and fast. But then also seeing that there's hope, right? We can make progress. And that when we're all working together, we can see progress on those indicators. It gives us the assurance that we're moving in the right direction.